Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Salon D'Art, where we explore the creative life, the highs, the lows, and everything in between, okay? Whether you are an actor, writer, dancer, any kind of artist, or you just love it, this space is for you. And today's episode is how to stay motivated when you are not booked. Let's check in really quick, okay? It is Friday night. My cat just pooped. I just put in some incense and I'm ready to take this makeup off, okay? I'll be sharing some ways to shift your mindset and keep your energy alive during these in between seasons, like the one I'm in. Let's get into it. I literally have had a mindset to where I am like, my career comes first because career has always felt safe more than friendships and family and relationships have. And I have been challenging myself lately to make sure that I deepen the relationships that I love and I tend to those relationships that really ground me and really challenge me in a good way and are just really genuine for me to work on having lifelong relationships in between this life because I won't be just dealing with bookings. I don't know what else I'll be dealing with in life, but I just know I don't want to go through it alone. And instead of having a negative mindset saying, oh, LA is this, LA is that, I am challenging myself to see what other spaces that I can be in to find the people that are more like me. This is a time to where I am changing the directory of my life and I am pulling out what didn't work and I'm saving space and welcoming what could work or will work or might work better. Because I can't keep holding on because I'm afraid that if I let something go, then nothing will work. So, number one, stay open to learning. One of the best ways to stay motivated is to keep an open mind. That might mean trying a new headshot style, maybe not, or keeping a Pinterest board of inspiring shots, or just jotting down photographers whose work excites you that you can keep in your back pocket and for the future. It also means being willing to explore classes, even ones that don't directly relate to acting. Okay, martial arts, comedy, dance, improv, pole dance. You never know what will stretch your creativity and give you tools that you can use for on stage or on the camera. Sometimes it's not about taking a class because it might help your career. Okay. It's about trying something because it sparks your curiosity. That kind of openness, it feeds your motivation. That could also mean going on a trip out of town, out of the country, or doing a staycation. Now, don't do a staycation and you down the street, baby. Uh, Staycation like a nice hotel with really good amenities in LA or wherever you are, or Joshua Tree. I've never been. Don't ask me how it is. I would like to go. I just don't want to go alone, or I just don't want to go with like girlfriends. I like, or yeah, do something to where you are around nature. Something that really makes you nervous that you wouldn't do. Try that out, okay? And just see how fun it'll have. And make sure you laugh at yourself, please. Okay? It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be stupid. Just do it and tell me how it is. Okay? Not me pointing in the camera. Next, because I forgot count. I think it's count three, but we're just gonna say next. Okay? Watch and study performers, movies, theater, comedy shows, anything. Immerse yourself in all of it. Don't just watch the star, okay? Notice the side characters, the person who only has one line, or even someone who has no lines at all, okay? The background or somebody, I don't know. The way they carry themselves can be unforgettable. So don't forget to watch the people who are just in the background. When you watch movies, go beyond what's trending. Explore the timeless, right? The weird, the weird movies, the ones people talk about for their performances more than the plot. Ask yourself, what was that actor doing that made them stand out? And if you're someone who loves movies like I do, and I need to be watching more of them, look into theater memberships for cinema passes. For example, the AMC A list lets you see multiple films for a flat monthly price. It's an easy way to feed your artistic eye. Okay, this is not an ad. I'm just letting you know right now. I was an AMC A lister, and I paid $24.99 a month. Thank you. And I watch, I think it's 3 movies a week. And I think other movies have different things. It all depends on what you like. I took a break from it because at one point I was like, okay, there are no great movies out right now. And now there are movies out right now. And now I need to watch them. And now I'm behind. Okay. So I think the best thing is to just get a movie buddy who would like to watch movies with you. Going to the movie theater is just really great. I did see a musical, and I haven't seen a musical in a while. And it was this girl, she was part of the ensemble, and she did an amazing job. Of course, like she's one of the depressed people and sad people who are poor and have to ask to use the restroom. You're in town. Oh, okay, vocals. You're in town. Okay, let's work on that. Okay, but her mouth's like this, and it went like this, and it was like, wow, you know how to do your mouth like this, where it's like I can't do it, but it's a sad face, but it looks like a total upside down you. Amazing. Like she was really great and sad. And then I noticed this other character in the musical, that same musical. They were one of the ensemble who were the poor people, but every time she sang, she smiled when she sang instead of looking depressed. And when she sings, so I've wondered, as an artist, is it a tweak that she never fixed, or was it her character choice, or was it just something that nobody ever said? It was community theater, by the way, but like still. The next thing is journal and reflect. I'm actually going to add reading in this too. Just give me a second, okay? Sometimes motivation has to come from the inside. Journaling helps clear space in your mind and makes room for new inspiration. If you don't feel like writing, talk it out loud to yourself or to God. Hello. Even recording voice notes that can work. Pour out your rants, your daydreams, your fantasies, and give yourself 10 minutes a day. Write whatever comes, a character idea, an image. The point is to keep the creative flow moving. That is the main thing. I would have a dream, and if the dream was very prominent and I remember it, I'll get up and write that dream down, because I will always think, what is this dream trying to tell me? And then I'll tell myself, like, can this dream be in a film? And then I'll just keep thinking. And then also, when it comes to reading, I had a chance to dabble in the artist way. I haven't finished it, but right when I started doing the artist way, I started to get inspiration to write a show. Whenever I don't have anything or I don't feel confident, then I'll go back to artist way. And I had a group of actors who were doing artist way with me, but now it's more of, okay, I have this creative thing in my mind and I'm not scared, I'm not inconfident. I need to keep putting it down and writing it down and see what happens. But there are many ways to bring out things when it's coming from the inside. Journaling and reflecting and writing and reading. Bringing things out from the inside and using your imagination could be an escape. It could be an inspiration. But in this world that we live in, it is best to find something that will ease your mind in a really good way and to elevate and be high vibrational. Another thing could be building a joyful routine. Motivation comes easier when your life is already full, or when your life already feels full. And I don't mean overloading your calendar, okay? I mean creating a daily rhythm filled with things you enjoy, rituals, with the community, with people you love, things you love to do. When your life has structure and joy built in it, Not booking your role doesn't feel like an empty hole. You're still vibrant, still thriving. Booking becomes a bonus, not your whole identity. Okay? Next, surround yourself with creativity. Finally, community. Surround yourself with artists and not just actors, okay? Writers, musicians, dancers, game makers, anyone who creates anything, okay? Sometimes playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons or Cards Against Humanity or even just cooking together can remind you what it feels like to play, to imagine, and to create. But here's the note of caution. If being around other actors who are getting booked and makes you spiral into comparison, step back, protect your peace. Remember, casting is subjective. Sometimes the best actor doesn't get the role. Sometimes politics decide. That's not your lane to control. Your lane is to keep creating and keep going. I'm going to give you a little information on me. There were times to where I was focused on other things that had nothing to do with acting while I wasn't being booked. And it had a lot to do with work. I was focused a lot on work, which is not good. It was just a bartending job. I worked 40 hours a week. Very not good. Like, don't do that. Because it wasn't my career. I didn't really love it. And I didn't have a space to find joy and creativity. I was lifting and I was working, but I was still missing that creativity in my life. I might get back into tennis because I just really want to learn how to get better at it and be competitive at it because I think it's fun to be competitive at things. And another thing, I was in a play, which really just made me feel so good as an actor. And it is so surprising that there are people who say that acting for theater is where the real actors are. And acting for theater is where you need to go to be a better actor. While I was in this show, She Kills Monsters, I received so many compliments, my professionalism, about my presence, about everything I did in that role that was not a lead actor. Just great thoughts from everybody saying, Myesha, like, you did that. Like, your presence was amazing. Your character, everything was amazing. And that reminded me that, oh, it's not that haven't been working hard as an actor. I'm a very brilliant actor. I'm a very great actor. It's just that it's not my time to film yet. That's what it is. Or subjective, or maybe it's my manager or something like that, or maybe it's my headshots. But it's definitely not my it's definitely not my talent. It's not. So I encourage you to find something that you are going to excel in, want to do for fun, and you might even be great at it. Especially if it's, okay, side note, okay? Especially if it's the roller skating or roller blading or something like that. That could be great because you could easily get a commercial and pay your rent for a few months or a year. Why not do that, okay? These are some things from my experience that I have worked on and that I have enjoyed. So I really hope that you take the time out to try those things out to work on. But thank you so much for listening to Salon D'Art. This is Myesha Nicole. I will see you in the next episode. If you really liked it, if you really missed it with me, talk to me, comment, let me know, share it to your friend, okay? And I appreciate y'all so much, and I really hope you have a great Friday. Have a good one.